Well, good morning everyone, and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now, not a lot in bloom today, but I thought I'd just give you an update on what's happening with the Paphiopedilums and Phragmipediums. Well, the first one I'd like to give an update on is the Phragmipedium Andean Fire. The spike's growing very nicely, and the blooms are just starting to form on top. I'll show you those. They look very small at the moment, but believe me, they will start growing before long and get quite large. Quite a lot of nice growths on it. I've split this numerous times and sold pieces off, but I think I've only got one left, and that's spoken for. And then we've got the Phragmipedium Humboldtii, which is doing really nicely. I think I showed it you last time when it was just forming, when I thought there was a spike forming, but here it is now. Doing very, very nicely. You can see the growth starting inside there, so another couple of months that'll be beautiful. Phragmipedium Humboldtii. It might look a little bit damp, the plant, this morning, but I've just sprayed everything with plant invigorator, which gets rid of all the bugs, the spider mites and everything like that. Well, we've got the Phragmipedium giganteum crossed by cordatum here still yet. It's just withering now, so they'll be dropping off shortly. And this is the Phragmipedium Olaf Gruss, which I think I showed you last month with one spike, but it's now developed two. There we are, the bud's just forming on this one as well. They're only small when they form on these things, but they seem to grow very quickly once they start doing this. There's one, and there's the other one. Plenty of growth on this one. The lovely plant. Grows very fast too. So I can lift it up and show you around the bottom of it. You see all the growth there coming up. And it's same around the other side as well. That's Phragmipedium Olaf Gruss. There's another little grand here in flower. That's very nice. Seem to have had a lot of those this year. Then we'll just have a look at the other frags we've got. I'll not name them, I'll just go across and show them you. Big plants here. That's the 4N Grande. And these are some I'm growing off on top. That's the Warsawixianum. That hasn't flowered yet, but I don't think it'll be long. There's some nice growth coming up on it. This is another Humboldtii. Remember, it's one of the plants I bought in flower, I don't know, was it 12 months ago, something like that? But it's not done as well as my other Humboldtii. Then there's all sorts of stuff here. Garret Weavers, Grandies, I don't know, all sorts of stuff. Here's the Paphiopedilum Lady Isabel, cross between Stony Eye and Rothschildianum. Just starting to come into spike, if I can find it. Yeah, there we are. You can tell when they're spiking past because they don't put a green leaf up. They put sort of a mottled green with dark patches on them. This is the Paphiopedilum Hung Sheng Ego. This is a cross between Rothschildianum and Gigantiflorum, I think it is. Yep. And this is coming up with a nice spike, growing nicely too. There we are. And that'll be beautiful when it develops properly. I'll be pleased to show you that when it's in bud. This is a Rothschildianum Giant Wings cross Titanic. Just coming up with a nice new growth there. And once they get to flowering size and they start the new growth, these Rothschildianums, they do grow very, very quickly. And this is the David Hop that's driving me bonkers. You can see what it's come up with. It almost looks like two sheaths, but they're not. And they're quite empty, but they both come up together. It looks like it's trying to flower, but probably a bit young yet, although it's got two nice new growths on it. Anyhow, I don't know what to do about that. The thing to do is just to leave it alone, let it get on with what it wants to do, and hopefully probably next year it'll flower. Here's a Path Angel Hair just coming up with just started a new growth down there. So Angel Hair is St. Swithin cross Rothschildianum. Beautiful, beautiful plant. Never flowered this one yet, but hopefully with this plant it'll be a first for me. This is another one that's doing nicely. It's sort of a half-grown Rothschildianum, but it's of the small variety of Rothschildianum. It's the one I split up a few months ago. I've sold one piece off, and I've kept two pieces myself, and they're coming along very nicely. So that's Paphiopedilum Rothschildianum, what is it? Paris cross Starlight. Paphiopedilum Harold Kupovitz. That's very, very slow growing. I've had this a few years, and it's just grown, what, 1, 2, 3 leaves in a few years. So that's going to be a long time before that flowers, I think. So I'll just run through them quickly to see what we've got. This is Colopacingiae via Topperi, and it's just started with a beautiful new growth there. Then we've got the Lady Isabel, the Hung Sheng Eagle, St. Swithin again, the Rothschildianum, Prince Edward of York, Sanders Parish. That's a different one, so that should be nice. I think it's a cross between I think it's Sandrium and Parishii, so I'm just trying to look after that a bit better. And this is the another St. Swithin, excuse me. Over the top we've got a few more as well. There's a little Dideri. Do you know, I've got to look at the labels to remember the names on these sometimes. That's Angianum. That's another Prince Edward of York. That's a funny one at the back. That's Loei crossed by Super Beans. So I've never flowered that yet, but I've had it a few years, so it'd be interesting to see what that's like. This is I don't know. Let's have a look at the label. Oh, that's another of the small Rothschildianums I split. So you can see where it's flowered from before, and there's some nice new growths at the back there. That's a Supardii that I do have trouble with Supardii somehow. That's the Michael Kupovitz Rothschildianum cross Anitum. And these are the Angianums, I think. No, Dianum. Dianum, beautiful plant, that one. Beautiful flowers on it. And then there's all sorts of odds and sods. So that's about all I've got for you to show you. I'm sorry it's not a lot, but it's the best I can do for you today. So until then, hope everybody's alright, hope everybody's enjoying the day, and hope spring brings you many blooms. So until next time, thank you for watching. Bye.